Hey, what's up, guys? It's Felstrix here. I got some news that I heard from a friend of mine, but who was telling me about the game. Titanreach apparently has run out of money, or some crap like that, and I wanted to find out because I don't like hearing people losing their jobs and shit. Um, the article that he linked me was from massivelyop.com. This website right here, massivelyoverpowered.com. Now, what this goes into saying is, I have some bad news. Titanreach has apparently suspended development thanks to a lack of funding. And it goes on to explain what happens, gives a reference to their Discord where they got this information from, and just a little bit of history. $430,000 Kickstarter. It didn't fund it. Sydney based. Just history of what this game is. So I, being a diligent type of person, went to their Discord and I found the post. And this is the post here, and I'm going to show you the important part of this that I feel they got wrong in the article that they posted. So they start off giving background. They opened the credit store December 2020, build some money so that they could get into the development of the game and stuff like that. Didn't work out. Didn't get enough money. They tried pitching the sale of the game or the development of the game or whatever their pitch was for. No one picked it up yet. They go on right here. It says these calls are still ongoing. So they're still trying to sell it. Now this is the important part that I feel like they got wrong. Titanreach is not closing down. We just can't develop the game full time anymore. So they're still developing it. They have. I didn't see anywhere in here where it says that they'll be suspending development. Our whole team will be looking for work. We are humans with needs, so they need to get jobs because they don't have money to pay the bills. Some devs will lead the team. Development will be returning to a hobbyist state. That is not abandoning development. I feel like that's a stretch to say that development is abandoned. When you abandon something, that means you stop, you give up on it. You no longer take active interest in pursuing that thing anymore. You're done with it. They're not done with it. They're still doing something. That frustrates me. It aggravates me. I hate misinformation. I hate it when people get things wrong. Now, I don't know if they did it intentionally or what, or maybe they misunderstood. That's possible. But this is from their Discord here. This may change in the future as they're looking for investment opportunities. Like they said, they still get calls. One World will remain online, as will the websites and database. The game will continue to be accessible and will be continued to be updated by this person, Unravel, and potentially others in the future. The game will remain the same. And that's understandable because if you're not developing on a large scale, the things that you can affect as a single person or even two people is very small things. And big progress takes a long time to get through. So it basically comes down to, it's this one guy now building off of his dream. And he's not giving up on it. He's not abandoning that dream. He's just pulling back because he's got real life things. And then he goes on further to say that the money has been spent on development, so we can't refund money we no longer have as far as the refund goes. The game is still online, and the credits can still be used in the shop on pets / cosmetics. However, when we launched the closed alpha packs on the 9th of August, we vowed not to spend any of that money until we had successful news to share, so we put it to the side and did not spend it. We are going to keep that vow and have refunded every credit purchase since the 9th of August. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go into a little wrap-up here soon about how I feel about it, but one thing that I want to kind of really stress in this is that this isn't abandoned. This is just massively scaled back. And this one person who's had this dream to build this MMO, whether you like the game or not, that's fine. You don't have to like it. For me, I respect the mentality that he is still trying. He's still working at it. He's still plowing at it. He's also kind of gotten caught in this pitfall, maybe, of like being crowdfunded. People want to take on MMOs. They want to crack the giant or whatever it's called. So they go the crowdfunding route. And there's a few games out there that, you know, just suffered immensely because of poor management, and they just kind of screwed it up for everybody. Unfortunately, this game here, I feel like from the little research that I've done, like I haven't gone into a deep dive on it or anything by any means. I spent about a half an hour, 45 minutes doing some research to find out if this particular article was true. And what I was able to find out about this is these guys reached a quarter of their crowdfunded goal. And they put everything they could into that. And they weren't able to reach the mark. No surprise. You shoot for $2 million. You get like 400,000. Something like that, I think the numbers said in the other article. That is 75% less than what your goal was. What do you expect? You can't milk a rock. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. But then you got companies out there that are just really kind of doing things the wrong way, in my opinion. Like Camelot Unchained is out there running their crowd funding things, and some people will kind of put it that they're on a scamming thing, but I don't know if I necessarily call it scamming, but it is disingenuous at the very least of how they're doing things. And now they're developing another game to pay for the game that they want to develop, which is Camelot Unchained, which they already developed another game using the engine of that game that nobody wanted, and they're selling, you know, tiered options for it. You get in the game, you can't play the game. If you get in the game, you can't play the game because no one's there. No one wanted this particular game, but they spent thousands of dollars on the development of this game in the engine that they're using for Camelot Unchained, that they're not even using for Camelot Unchained at this point. It feels scammy. The engine's already built. They're using it to develop games. So at this point, I feel like systems like that, companies like that do things that way in that system, make companies like this who have I mean, whether you like the game or not, that's to determine when you play the finished product. If you get into a beta game and the beta game is crap, it's beta. It's not going to be great. So, I don't know. I feel like the article from Massively OP was a little disingenuous. Most of the information that they reported in seemed accurate and it seemed pretty true. I take issue with they suspended development. And he does say apparently suspended development, but still, it's no bueno to do stuff like that. And they're trying to appeal to that kind of shock mentality, which I think is one of the big problems in our gaming community right now. We need accurate information, we need unbiased information, and we need to start making things seem positive instead of making things seem negative. You know, I mean, you can always push a negative narrative. That's fine. Yeah, they're always going to be out there. But let's push the positive forward. Make these things seem exciting. And in this case, you know, unfortunate that this happened. You know, maybe send a little support to the guy instead of, you know, like my daughter would say, sending shade his way. You know, that's not helping anybody. But as my final thoughts for this video, Let's try and keep the stuff positive, guys. I mean, seriously. We're all part of the same big moving engine here that is video games. Let's, even if it's not financially that you help someone, let's help each other just by, hey, good job, you know, like, keep working, keep doing it, and try and not crush a person's dream through an article like this, you know. With that, I'm gonna sign off, man. This is Felstrix. Thanks for listening to my my opinions. Y'all have a good afternoon.